Um, Mudda stream time, guys. It's unexpected that, well, I typically don't do a stream right now, but honestly, I've been trying to focus since 250. I'm playing Go Coffee Shop later, so I just wanted to just sort of tell you about what's going on right now and like, dude, how I'm catching so many L's. First of all, I started playing with this subscription box or my subscription count just because I want to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. Um, I don't even know who's going to join right now because I very rarely do streams during the day, during the weekdays and stuff. It's 250 right now. Drinking some Mudda coffee I made from Trader Joe's. This sick ass Hello Kitty mug from the Mudda Cannon Brie. Yeah, so honestly, I've just been really struggling with just focusing these last few hours. Part of it is like I feel stuck at this apartment, so I know I need to get out. Um, and I just always been feeling ever since Brian came over, I've just been feeling tired all the time. Like my motivation and all that is just a little off. And so I've just been just drinking water, been doing some self massage. I actually got this really cool ass roller. It's gonna be hella dorky, but I hope that you like maybe you guys will enjoy it, especially those that work out or y'all that do the mud running and stuff like that. Um, I have my R8 roller, son. Fuck, look at this shit. I've been using it on my legs and stuff too. Um, I'm actually editing a podcast I shot with my friend Brian recently as well. Uh, dude, this shit is like I shot over 50 minutes. I never knew how much data that actually, or not data, but how much hard drive space those long ass Joe Rogan podcasts take. Oh my god, I just have a new appreciation for those content creators who have multiple like cameras and stuff. I tried that. I fucked up a little bit, but I think you guys will enjoy it. We shot some really good heart to heart content, right? So I've actually just been like sort of reading as well. Benjamin, only person in this stream is asking, why do you choose to do pharmacy school over dental or medical school? First of all, like for me, I honestly dental school was never really an option for me. I never even really thought about dental school. I know you can make quite a bit of money for dental school, but I don't know. I just part of it is like I want to be able to help my family later. Like when growing up, I used to see my grandma like go in and out from the hospital, um, and her checkups as well. So we used to go to Harvard Pilgrim in Boston and stuff. And, or I think that's where it was. I don't remember where it was actually. It was somewhere in Brookline, Massachusetts. But anyways, random side. Um, I used to go in and out with my grandma, and we used to wait at the hospital or like their pharmacy inside that doctor's office, and those memories of like chilling, sitting down, waiting in the pharmacy, and chilling like and eating like vending machine food and stuff. I don't know why that sticks out to me, but I wanted to be able to help my family go through that because I know one day my grandma will like my mom will be elderly as well, and who's gonna help take care of her, you know? And wouldn't it be so much easier if I knew the drugs myself, you know? Or at least I had an understanding of that. And so, like, when I was a lot younger, I wanted to be, like, a physician and stuff, like, really young. It was, like, before I even, like, maybe 5. I was 5 years old. I was like, I want to be Dr. Kevin Yee, right? And, yeah, as I got older, I don't know. I just sort of realized that academically, I just wasn't. I was good, but I wasn't that good. I wasn't to the point where I thought I was really good. And honestly, I was actually kind of scared to commit that much time about something that I wasn't quite sure of. A lot of time the allure of the status or like the money or all these really cool things about being a physician. I was just looking at the benefits, but I was just like scared to put in the hard work too. I give those people who go to med school like a lot of props just because they make a huge commitment in their life. But for me, my dad also always told me to like, even though my dad was very like an entrepreneur, like, he wasn't very entrepreneurial. He always told me to start up my own business, right? Be your own boss, like the typical shit, right? And that always stuck to me. So I was like, oh, maybe one day I'll open up my own pharmacy too. Or maybe like, and when I was looking more into it, I was like, I'm gonna make good enough money with pharmacy, and it's a short amount of time. Like I can. It was just a win-win for me at the end, and yeah, that's how I ended up. And it was partially the lure of being a doctor of pharmacy, and the lure of not having to put in half my lifetime. You know, my cousin's actually a pharmacist. He owns five of them, makes a fortune just from starting as a pharmacist. How can you transition from being a pharmacist to pharmacy manager to owning one? What's really funny is actually I met up with like a venture capitalist or an angel um, who actually loves investing in pharmacies, and not for the cat. I was like, can you really make money off cash flow these days, like off of pharmacy? He was like, Kevin, you're thinking it all wrong. What you gotta think about is the bigger picture and looking to get acquired. You know, like set up 3 or 4 pharmacies, call it a chain. It's a small retail chain, and then cross your fingers and hope you get acquired by the huge chain, and you're set for life. And so like that that really helped. Like I thought that mindset was like, damn, dude, like you can make like a shit ton of money, like a few million at least, just from getting acquired, right? And he was like, "You're set for life." I was like, "Holy shit!" And this guy, he's not pharmacy related at all, but it really got me thinking about my friend Jenny, and she was actually, I think she made some really smart moves. Like from, I think she always really wanted to start a pharmacy. For y'all that don't know, Jenny is that cute girl and who was my intern, who's the supervisor. I was like lunch with the pharmacy supervisor, right? So she was a pharmacy supervisor for a little bit. She obviously was a pharmacy manager, but she was a pharmacy supervisor, and so she learned the whole operations part aside. And she like because she worked with CVS before and did a little bit of pharmacy management, um, she knew customer service side too. And then she actually recently joined she did a temp job for a insurance company, so she was learning that end too. And plus she's a pretty girl, so she loves talking to doctors and stuff like that, networking in the area. So she took all the skills from these various areas and combined it together to start her own pharmacy. Is it profitable? I don't know yet, but she's doing a launch party relatively soon. And I'm so proud to see her actually take this leap of faith, because in general, like, I look at myself, I'm like, I don't think I could do the same thing, man. And well, I don't know if it's I don't think I can. I think it's more like I don't want to do it. People might be like, "You're stupid, Kevin. You have all these like assets and all these like opportunities around you. So why don't you just take advantage of it?" But the truth is, like, there's so many opportunities in this world. Like, there's so many investment opportunities you could jump on, right? But the point isn't to jump like be. The point is not to be thirsty. It's like that thirsty guy in the club who's trying to check out behind us and it's just like trying to bring him home and shit. comes off as very desperate, right? I think at a certain point you look at all these different type of investment vehicles and you just choose one and then you choose another and then you choose another so you have multiple streams of revenue, right? But you can't jump on every single investment, you know, and I think that's really really important as well. Um, yeah, that was a really long answer. Sorry. Dental school seems so much easier than med school. Being a dentist, you have to be social. Do you ever interact with people as a pharmacist? Is it generally boring? Um, I don't think when I think pharmacy, I don't think boring. Boring is not the word. It's never bored because there's always shit to do. You're never bored. Stressful, yes. I would say if I were to describe pharmacy in very like a one word type of thing, it's stressful. Just because there's so much input, you don't have a lot of help, and you're trying to output as much as you can, right? And sometimes I gotta watch out for my own health too, because I'm that type who will like devote every single ounce into making a goal happen. And it's probably like why I've gotten to, I don't want to say success, like, but I've gotten to where I am today because I love working hard and stuff and I love hitting goals and I'm very driven. But I do realize that part of me as well. It's probably one of the reasons why I get burnt out and one of the reasons why I created this video because I can't focus for shit, man. Um, yeah. Uh, but in general, I do like socializing a lot. It's really fun to just chat with people. Um, but I think like more than that, like what I realized recently is like I don't really like professional networking per se. Just because it's so surface level. It's like you guys I don't know. I feel like my sort of style, what I like is like the Silicon Valley type of feel with like the JK type of feel. I feel like it comes off as a lot more genuine. When I think business and I see people in suits and shit and I hear entrepreneur, it actually makes me cringe so much. I fucking hate that shit. And I guess like I just want real connections in my life where like I just want to work with real people and have real connections in our lives and so we can support each other, right? Throughout our hustle, right? Um, so I tend to gravitate toward people who are, you know, like social. They like to go out, but they're also really driven. Probably like me. But yeah, people like is a huge thing. Even as like a pharmacist right now, I'm actually headed to a Takeda drug dinner later. I might vlog it actually. What do you guys think? I might vlog it honestly, and but basically like I chat with doctors around the area. Um, you know, I just try to be like the best advisors to the people in my life. So like I'm talking about pharmacy world. Um, like I try to be the best advisors, advocates for my patients. I try to be the best advocates for my prescribers in the area. I give if you're a new prescriber, I'll visit you. I'll tell you what to look out for, what are common like disease states, stuff like that. You know, like it just makes people feel very welcomed in the neighborhood. You know, and we generate a lot of urgent care scripts like that. Um, but at the same time, like, oh man, I'm just like so overwhelmed with all the shit I have to do. You know, like it's so much, and I think about it. It's volume. It's a volume based business, but when does it ever end? Like, I don't. I guess with like this new appointment based modeling system, it's supposed to make our lives easier. But man, with all the urgent care scripts I get nowadays, because I actually doctor shopped and stuff, like in the or doctor detailed in the area, man, I'm just overwhelmed with so much work. And then there's corporate demands and stuff like that. They want me to initiate projects. I just don't have enough help, you know. And I just like for someone like I just need more help, you know. And I just feel frustrated. I think I've just been feeling frustrated at myself for not being able to Chinese sweatshop shop it out. Um, Normally at CVS I could delegate a little more. Yes, everybody's busy, but in between those small times, we can find some time to sort of focus. So I try to do best I can, and I gotta definitely learn to kind of detach myself from the end result. And yeah. Do you think your pay compensates for the amount of stress you have from your job? You should do more vlogs with pharmacy life because not many people do it. Um, yeah, there's a big problem with pharmacy vlogs when I'm working. It's HIPAA, dude. So that's the huge reason why I don't vlog at work and stuff. Yeah, man. Maybe like once my friend opens her pharmacy, maybe we can find some sort of way to do a life in a pharmacy like type of vlog, right? But right now, like especially at a corporate company, they're not gonna allow that shit. Especially with like patient information everywhere. That's why no one else does it for a reason. Do you think your pay compensate? But I don't think. Let's see. Total package, I made about 150,000 last year. I almost killed myself doing it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take my vacations and all that shit from now on, because at the end of the day, it's not worth my sanity, right? But do I think my pay? I don't. I think at a certain level, pay after you can meet your basic needs, I don't think it's worth it. Like the difference between 10,000. I mean, yeah, I can get more massages and invest a little more, but my personality trait is just like, hey, dude, when I'm throwing more money, I'll invest more money. I'll keep my standard of living. Like I am very pretty simple for the most part. I mean, I'll break down my finances this month. Like honestly, yeah. So um yeah, like sorry, I got distracted. But I mean, basically where all my money goes, like most of it goes to my student loans. Some of it goes to my car and all that sort of stuff. I mean, basic bills and stuff like that. So I'm probably like left with like after all my debt, maybe about 3 grand to play with, like after, or 3 to 4 grand maybe after. And so I'll invest another K plus, right? And then I have some business expenses that I try to write off too. So then I'm left that I don't have that much. Like it's not like I don't have any money, but I make sure to invest it into assets before I invest it anywhere else or do splurge money. Sometimes I have to check myself and just be like, hey Kevin, just really like, dude, your money is your money means nothing when you're dead, but try to enjoy the simple things. So then that's when I'll go to conferences sometimes. That's really rewarding for me. I just bought a love sack from Costco, baby. I bought a movie sack, son. So it was discounted $300, and I was like, fuck it, why not? Like I'll just buy it, and hopefully I can like read and go sit on my love sack and do all that sort of stuff, man. Yeah, I'm starting to think this is a really bad time to stream because there's only 5 people in this right now. So crazy. Let me give a shout out really quick to see who's in the chat because obviously Benjamin's in the chat. Let's see who else. Catherine is in the chat. I don't see anyone else. What the fuck? Maybe I should reload my screen. Yeah, man. So I think part of the reason why I started to stream like on a random weekday is just because I think we all have those moments where we just can't focus and shit. And for me, I'm just having one of those moments. And honestly, this is very therapeutic for me to just open up a stream and just chat about how I'm feeling and shit. Um, you know, one of the One of the things I actually, oh shit, did Catherine say something? Hey Kev, hey, what's up? Um, One of the things I watched last night that was really cool was actually Tony Robbins' "I Am Not a Guru." People recommended it to me, but I just never watched it before because I never had Netflix. Yeah, I'm fucking cheap like that. I was using my roommate's Netflix account. We traded. I traded him my Amazon Prime account for Netflix. So I don't really like to watch too much TV just because I just feel like there's better stuff to do with my time. But yeah, so I watched I Am Not a Guru, and it reminded me of the fucking cult I joined a while ago, or not the cult, but it's very culty sometimes. But I went to this emotional intelligence seminar actually, and it reminded me a lot about that and all the memories that I created during that time. And yeah, man, it's it almost made like some scenes almost made me cry too. I was like, damn, dude, there's so many people in pain and stuff. And I think we can all relate. Like, there's those times where we just have genuine connection with people, and you just can feel it. And those people that, and the people that just like stay very surface level and not very deep, like you can feel that too. You know, um, yeah, man. So yeah, it was just really cool to see that. I am going to a relationships class in like 2 months, I think. So I really want to sort of have better self love for myself, man. Because I've been avoiding relationships. I've been avoiding a lot of stuff in life just because I'm scared, which is really crazy. I was actually reading this Ramit Sethi or watching this old video by Ramit Sethi. He's the "I Will Teach You to Be Rich" guy, and he was actually talking about how some people in life they can be super proficient in one area and extremely deficient in others. And for me, like I think where I am extremely deficient in is actually confidence and self love when it comes out to like certain social situations. You know, like not all. Like there's times I just dominate it, but then there's other times where I just feel like I'm hella awkward. And yeah, and I think it all stems because I don't really have that self love for thyself, bro. We only got 3 people watching. Holy shit, this is the worst day for stream. But at least we got some good. At least we got some good questions out of the way, and I can just answer some of your questions. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else I really want to talk about. I got Takeda dinner tonight. You know, it's 3:13. Oh shit. There's one more comment. I'm thirsty for comments, son. Would you recommend people to be a pharmacist? What things can you afford and not afford in general as a pharmacist? Juggling is you're dealing with life really well. Hours for how are hours for work? Sorry. So, would I recommend people become a pharmacist? I actually shot a video on that earlier today. But in short, I was just saying like how it's important. Like if you're gonna pursue pharmacy at this point and you're expecting to just be average, don't do it. Because maybe back 10, 20 years ago, you could just be average and perceived as a top performer, right? It was a lot easier to just sort of slack off and stuff like that, just because it was so rare. There was a shortage in 2006, right? And then around that time, you also saw like the opportunities, like the signing on bonuses and all that sort of dry up around not too much longer after. And so the other day, I actually met up with my friend Brian, who did he's board certified PGY1, PGY2, like informatics pharmacist. I could go on about him, but he introduced me to his other like top performing friends. So he introduced me to this PharmD PhD who does public health policy. He introduced me to this co-resident who's like does critical care. and is teaches at a school, at a university. And so I was just like, damn, dude, there's so many people that really want to change the world of pharmacy. And that's what I think. Like, we don't need a more sweatshop, like Chinese sweatshop, like workers anymore. We don't need more labor because if we stick to our dispensing role, we're going to get outsourced and replaced by robots. That's Skynet, son. And yeah, like I really think that you have to really shoot to be exceptional or mastery or whatever you want to call it, but you can't be average anymore, you know? Um, and not all of it, like, it doesn't always have to be academic. Like, for me, I try to do it by giving a personality to pharmacists, right? I don't want people just going around thinking that we just count pills, or we're just like an old white male like in glasses and a lab coat, right? That just counts pills all day. That's long gone and dead. A lot of people don't realize all the things that we do as healthcare providers, and I think a lot of time we're very underutilized, right? So there's a lot of opportunities there, But yeah, so like I would only go into pharmacy if you really, really have a really strong vision about changing the healthcare system, or changing like the public battle, or changing like have some sort of bigger vision, and I think that's going to be very important. But I mean, as far as affording shit and not affording shit, I don't. I like honestly, I don't. Okay, I never looked at affording shit as a huge problem. You know why? Because like obviously I can't buy a house tomorrow. Obviously I can't buy a Porsche tomorrow. But when you have a solid game plan going in, you can afford almost anything. You know, it might just take you a little longer because your cash flow might take a little longer, or you might have to do some extra stuff like get another job, or sell shit, arbitrage 101, right? But as far as affording stuff, I don't think it's a huge deal. And how are hours for work? In California, I just work 40. So, but I know that's not the case for a lot of other pharmacists. Yeah, it's pretty concerning that there's a focus on improving academic intelligence when there's a decline in the emotional portion of it. I totally agree, Catherine. I think like emotional intelligence is so undervalued, and people don't realize. Like I was actually talking to Brian about this. Like a lot of people, they just look at the data or the facts and stuff, which is good and all. Like that skill is so being analytical is very important because it helps you strategize a really strong plan. But I'll tell you where it fails. You do not move people with facts and data. Like it's just like humans are very interesting creatures, where a lot of time like you can throw all the facts and data, but if you're not emotionally invested, if you don't feel like you have a higher purpose, or if you don't feel like this is a game changer, people are not going to to be people are not going to listen to you. And it's part of leadership too. Brian had this really interesting point. Retail pharmacists, we have a lot of leadership because we manage so many people. I feel like us retail pharmacists, a lot of us have really high emotional intelligence because we can tell what's happening in the pharmacy even before somebody talks, right? You know? And so, yeah, so one of the reasons, like, if you ask me how I sort of did these cool initiatives at work and stuff, it's because I'm able to enroll my team. I'm able to really talk to them and see what they want. Try to see like, try to give them a bigger vision. Because if you don't have a bigger vision, then you're just gonna feel like it's drudgery and work, So it kind of sucks. Rem B one Rem B1A1. Yo, sup? Been a while, fam. What's up? It's been a while. I haven't seen you in my streams, but it's probably because I do my Sunday streams hella late. How do you become a top performer? You brought up residency and PhD. What do you recommend to be the top? Does salary ever change? Is there time for entrepreneurship and possibilities for the industry? Good question. It's something I struggle with, you know? Um, and I think like each time, like, so sometimes we get confused, like, things aren't necessarily linear, right? I've been wanting to start an online business since 2014, but I've been struggling to get my feet on the road. Why? I've been procrastinating on my product, and trying to distract myself with like doing daily content. Well, not distract, but I'm not putting all my focus on the most important thing, which I've recently changed, um, especially after buying Ramit's like new course about endless audience, how to generate systems and stuff, right? So I think part of becoming a top performer is actually having a really good system, and that's the strategy. You need to know where you're going, right? What is the goal? Like, what is the one thing? Don't distract yourself with 10 billion things. Just focus on one thing. That's a constant theme. You wonder why most top performers like Jamie Foxx or anybody on Tim Ferriss's like podcast show, they always talk about a morning routine. Why? Because it's habit, right? That's their game plan every single morning to get primed up, ready to go, ready to kill, son. And so I think part of it is having a game plan going in and being organized with that. Great things don't just happen by accident, you know? Um, Also, really understanding the needs of people. Why should people care about, like, um, let's say if you wanted to be a top performer in, I mean, sports is a good analogy, but I want to relate this more to business. I don't want to give a fucking Apple thing either, but maybe I'll take JK, right? So with JK, like, I think they're a top performer in the YouTube industry. At least like I really vibed with their initial branding, like teaching good things in a bad way. I thought that was like amazing because it fit me so well. Because in some sort of way, I was always kind of a little bit of rebellious, not super rebellious, but there's some sort of purpose to them. They're not just working hard for the sake of working hard or looking good. There has to be a grander vision of things. So I think that's important. And put in the fucking work, dude. That's like like I've never met a super super lazy top performer. Yes, there's like you can create systems to decrease your workload, but I don't think it like I think it's like that sense of purpose. And I wouldn't say I'm a top performer in a lot of different areas. Like um like there's a lot for me to work on. But in certain things like selling in the pharmacy, I'm good at. Um, like I can read people very, very well and understand the needs and create a really quick action plan. But I think part of my weaknesses is actually dealing with all the stress, all the inputs, like all the bullshit that people throw onto me. And probably I should just say no, like more. Yeah. Uh, Hey Kev, I've been waiting for wanting to pursue a career in one way, but I'm not motivated for anything at all. I mean, I put in the work in and I'm fine, but I'm not sure what could make me feel extremely interested. I mean, sometimes I think we're just waiting for that golden nugget to just hit, right? But in reality, if you keep on waiting, nothing's ever gonna happen. So just pick one, just run with it, and just have the faith that like if something else comes along, you'll figure it out later, and you'll jump ahead. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're gonna just be sitting there waiting, and you're never gonna if you're gonna search for passion, I think that's a bad move. And sometimes, like, honestly, you don't want to like make your passion your career sometimes. Like for me, like I enjoy coaching a lot. I enjoy coaching, but and I'm still on the cusp of like really starting a coaching business because I think paid coaching is very important because you take it a lot more seriously than, hey, we're coaching today, right? You take it a lot more seriously. And so um I've been but I also realized when I was doing my clients for the last few weeks, I got them to hit all their goals, right? And I just felt like they didn't need coaching anymore. And so when it came time, like I let them go because I was so happy that I got them to that goal. But on the second thing, if this was my primary sole income, then I just got fucked really bad because I just lost all my income right there. And maybe that's the wrong mindset to have, which it is probably. But I just enjoy that connection with people and just really helping people. So is it really that I want to do coaching full time and do that sort of life coaching type of thing? Or do I just enjoy it? Maybe. I don't know. I'm still battling it right now. Best and worst thing about being a pharmacist? Oh boy. Auto insurance is pretty good. No, for real though, like the best and worst thing about being a pharmacist, I think the worst thing is being understaffed. It sucks, man. It really sucks sometimes. Like I just hate being extremely understaffed and overworked. Um, yeah, that's the worst feeling because it's very defeating sometimes. You know, because like there's always these expectations placed, and every single time you don't hit it, for me, it just feels like I feel like that disapproval from my father, man. No lie, like I just feel like I'm a complete failure every single time I don't hit a goal, you know? And this bleeds into other areas of my life as well. Um, for me, the best thing about being a pharmacist is because a lot of people just look up to you because they respect the hard work you do. Not everyone. I mean, there's a reason why you guys watch my channel too, you know? And it's really helped me inspire so many people like to do pharmacy or not do pharmacy, and it's a great feeling, you know, to wake up and be able to afford all this cool ass like equipment, son. Yeah, I couldn't ask for anything else. It's afforded me so many books, so many like cool camera equipment. It's afforded me so much in life, and I'm so grateful for that. You know, I got to meet really cool people too along this journey, and if it wasn't for pharmacy, I wouldn't even be out here in California. So I'll just say it like that. So basically, I'm asking is how do I see things as they are and not more work and effort to put in it? Um, huh. Okay, so yeah, so I was actually recently thinking about that because I've been catching myself with like negative talk sometimes. And I'm just like, okay, like I was watching this Ramit video and he's just saying like, just how do I put this? Everything is figure outable. And rather than judging your feet, look positively toward like as like I'm gonna learn this and learn this forever, you know? And I think I haven't figured out a really good way for it, honestly. I heard this concept and I was like, it's cool, but I don't think it really resonates with me. Um, and I think like I think some things that really hit me, like like that are speaking out to me right now, is like realizing that this is only temporary, and is really trying to grow you, like as an investment, as corny as that sounds, but also like really trying to see, okay, what's what am I learning through this moment? And it's not always forcing yourself doing a something. It could be the opportunity could be just saying no, I don't want to do it, and stick up for yourself too. You know, or communicating how you really feel about a certain project, or thinking about a better way to do things, right? And so that's one way. And try to think like, how can I make the system better? How can I systemize it, right? Because we can always, willpower will 100% fail you long term. You can only do so much with willpower, right? But if you have a system, then it makes it a lot easier. You don't have to use so much. It's kind of like a coupon in life. Also, what stuff do you use? Do you look jacked? I use testosterone, motherfucker. No, I take a lot of health supplements, so like zinc, magnesium. I've been experimenting with some sleep stuff too. Ambience, no. I've like 5-HTP. Just random stuff. I mean, I don't take anything for like fitness or muscle gain. I mean, I do like some protein shakes, but I consider that as food basically. So there's nothing. I just honestly, I don't think I'm jacked. I've actually gained a little bit of weight, but I think like honestly, I just been doing jujitsu, some mobility work, like some bootleg yoga work at home, and just lifting too. I'm trying to rest. You're probably right about that coaching thing. You're happy for them, but they are your source of income. Haha. I know I'm great at one thing. I guess I'll take a leap of faith. And I don't want to tell you, be like, fuck it, man. Just drop out of school. Just quit your job. Don't, like, there's obviously, like, strategy that's involved, right? And I think that's a misconception of entrepreneurs. People aren't always, you're always taking it. You want to take a calculated risk, right? A risk where the odds are in your favor rather than just being like, fuck it, man, against all odds. That's like the stuff that the news always portrays, but it's probably not the best financial move all the time. Kevin, did you find the other Cal Newport book? The first one's how to be a straight A student. That's a good question. I don't even know where it is. It was very similar. Where the fuck is my second book? Yeah, man, I don't know where it is. Yeah, I don't remember where it is, but it's a yellow one. I have it somewhere in the house, but I can't find it. Um, but still, I recommend the straight A student one. What's the other Cal Newport book? Hold on, I'll look for it for you. It's like the OG. No, I can't find it right now, but I'll look for it later, I guess. No, I can't find it. I can only find this one. Ah, Duma. All right, it's 3:34. I think I should really start getting to writing or doing something else. Let me see the stream really quick. See how we're performing today. Looks like I've been performing for 44 minutes, man. I only got 3 people in here, but it's okay. I feel like this was the mud of bonding time with y'all. Catherine, thank you for coming in. Rem, thanks for coming in. Ben, thank you for asking all your questions. Am I missing anyone? Nope, that's it. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Love that you guys stay tuned. I think Rem just asked something. Hold on for a second. I'll answer your question, Rem, and then I'll head out. You mentioned that willpower is temporary and about the system, that seems to click with me. It would be cool if I can make some group alliance to keep each other motivated. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I always had this dream of like the collaborati, man, where we can help hustle. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like that's sort of the community I want to create with Refugee Hustle. But I know it all starts with launching my digital product soon, and I can't wait. It's going to be really good, guys. I'm really excited, and even though it makes me scared to jump into something new and to actually make sales and stuff, um, I keep on thinking about all the benefits of the paid programs I've done, and I can finally share what has worked for me over these last few years. Anyways, guys, thank you. Bless up. You guys mean the world to me. If you guys are catching this on the replay, make sure to subscribe. Just because I'm trying to get to 10K and I'm only at 3,824. But what I've also realized too, it's not about the size, just like penis size. It's not about the size, but it's about the community that I have, and I'm very grateful to have the community that I have. So anyways, guys, take care. I'll see you later. Peace.